And we're live. We're back. Hi, Ralph.
Hey.
And we're with Divya
Stringaram.
And you are with what company?
I'm with Writer. We are a generative AI platform, and we focus on working with different enterprises.
Nice. So I love talking about AI.
Yes.
So welcome to WCI Palooza. How many times have you come to this conference?
This is actually our first time, so we're really excited to be here.
How did we get so lucky?
Our fourth.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
third today. So this is really amazing. I love it. Ralph and I love to talk to folks that are here for the first time. So lots of things to cover. What brought you to the conference?
So the first thing is we've actually had a number of customers. I won't name them here, but a number of IMEs. We're working with a number of managed care organizations, working with TPAs. And so they've been using our platform and technology and loving it. And so we just thought we really need to come here and connect with a lot more folks and spread the word with what we can really help, both from a efficiency perspective and quality perspective across the board.
Very good. And so where are you based?
I'm based in Boston, but Writer is all across the globe,
Okay.
I would say. From San Francisco to London, we have a number of offices around the world.
Awesome. So we're talking about AI. Tell us more.
Yeah, so I think specifically within the workers' comp, TPA, IME space, the ability to help across the board. So I think traditionally people go to medical record summarization, right? So you're having people review things manually. Just focusing on that specific use case, what we're able to do is use generative AI, review a whole medical record, summarize it, identify the key aspects, and then be able to enable human in the loop. So the person who would originally be reviewing it manually now has everything they need. They're able to get the summary, validate it quickly, and be able to do that. When you do that right, you're able to get anywhere from 50 to 80% productivity gains, and we can go up a couple of percentage points in accuracy.
Wow.
So that's just one use case. Other use cases, think about when you have to get personalized communication, right? When do you have litigations come up? When do you have, members a little unhappy with things? When they feel they're not being heard? When they feel that the communication that's come to them just feels boilerplate.
Right.
So we can actually go in, think about what reading level are we? What is the message we need to talk? How can we be empathetic? All of that can basically be prompted, and then those are the communications that go out. When you do that right, you find the appeals coming through, the grievance rates that you have much lower as well. So those are just two examples of where we can help.
Again, wow.
Yeah.
So Ralph,
Yeah.
dive in.
So I am in it right now, experimenting with all sorts of companies doing exactly what you just talked about, right? Summarizing those medicals and the use of them. I mean, it's integral to really better understanding, especially voluminous records, right? Massive number of records, and maybe span over years, maybe span over different subspecialties, if you will.
Absolutely.
So give me a little more depth of that, right? How is that possible? How do you do it? What programming goes behind it?
Sure. And I think to tell you that, we'll tell you a little bit about Writer.
Please.
So we are a full stack platform. And what does that mean? We've built our own large language models. So if you think about a lot of vendors, they're on the backs of OpenAI Claude. And so every time when OpenAI Claude changes their roadmap, everything is messed up.
Right.
So we've actually spent, our co-founders, May and Wasim, have been working on this actually for about over 5 years. And we built our own set of Kumara models. Those are large language models. So you've got pre-trained models that do really great work. But the important part is, so going a little technical, sorry, we have a knowledge graph. What does that mean? How do I take a specific TPA or IME, get their insights, their information, the thinking and the deep understanding that a claims adjuster would have, and feed that in? That is the knowledge graph layer. So pre-trained model, knowledge graph, but all of that stays within the four walls of the company. We don't have access. There's no retention. They just does a pass-through through our models and done. So those are the two pieces. And then really the other two pieces is the ability to build quickly. So I can actually, once I worked with the client and figured out, how do I need this medical record summarized after a few weeks? Depending, I'm never going to say it's all amazing, but sometimes in a few weeks I can have medical records summarized the way they want it. Sometimes it's a month and we tweak it out for them, but over time we want them to build in our platform.
Sure.
So it's no longer that you need to go to IT and technology to do it. With the prompting layer, people are just able to use text and do that.
Yep.
And then the final thing is, it's not, here's my technology, go figure it out. We work with clients every step of the way to say, what's your process today? What should the new process be? And that's when AI comes in multiple layers. So that full package is what we do, is we're able to transform for our clients.
Love it. So you're able to train it, or the client itself, right? Able to take your platform, which already comes with an understanding, but we're able to train it with our own data, our own mannerism,
Exactly.
our own language.
Exactly. And our clients, when they've gone through the process, have loved it.
Yeah, I can see.
And I
why.
love how you're so articulate and so good at breaking down the pieces so that somebody like I feel like I'm medium savvy about what's going on with AI, but I know that we are all working towards in our industry figuring out the stuff that you're talking about, and it's really important as AI advances. So thank you for sharing with us. We need to have you on for a full episode.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Next year. So we're pretty full for this year's lineup, but next year we're going to get into some more advanced. So this year we went back to our original concept, which is to break down our podcast. Is called Deconstructing Comp. So it's all about breaking things down. It's a complicated industry.
It is.
Breaking it down so folks that are newer to the industry understand all the different facets, all the different pieces. And so we're kind of covering the basics this year. And next year we're going to get into some more advanced things.
Absolutely. We'd love to.
So would love to do that. Thank you so much. Any last words? Are you guys talking this year? Are you speaking at the conference?
No, we're sponsors, but next year we're going to come full blast.
So I look forward to seeing you again next year. And there's so many things we could talk about. But if there's one thing that you would like folks to take away from our conversation today, what would that be?
I would say two things. Be curious about the technology, but also have all your guardrails around it, right? I think what the work that you all do is so important. So many lives are impacted when you're going through some of your toughest times. So I think that knowledge that is there is incredible. That knowledge, if you actually then understand the technology, is when the magic happens. So I think that's sort of when our best solutions happen. So that would be my
I love that. I love that so much. So thanks for finding us. Thanks for booking. Actually, it was Midia, I think, that did that. So thank you to Midia for booking for this session here at WCI Palooza live. Thank you so much.
Of course.
So we're not going to end. So we're just going to say goodbye.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And Ralph got to do a quick selfie.
Let's do a selfie.
We're going to do a selfie live on camera. And then we're going to get our next guest in here.
Awesome.
All right, we're going to go this way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was so lovely meeting both of you.
Same here.
Nice to meet you
Great
too.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
so
much.
much.
Of course.
Looking forward to having you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy the day.
Hey there.
We're live already, so just come on down and sit.
All right.
So you're gonna get real close, like we know each other real well.
Fortunately, we do.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Yvonne.
How are
Hi, Rob.
you?
It's good to
Good
see
to
I'm
see
doing
you.
good. Good
You
to
were
see you, too.
here, then you weren't here. Now you're back.
Now I'm back.
You're
Got in late last
busy
night.
man.
Very
So,
busy.
welcome to WCI Palooza. How's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah?
Excited to be back in Orlando after
Yeah?
a quick trip back out west.
Yeah. So we've been talking to folks that this is their first time to the conference. They're not from here. Like, oh my God, how do you guys stand it? It's so hot.
Oh. Yeah, I think growing up here and living in it and working in the hospitality industry, it's pretty easy to get
You get used to it, but yeah, it's still pretty damn hot.
Yeah, it's pretty muggy.
So I've told you, like, I'm living part-time in Panama, and everybody thinks of Panama as like a hot jungle, it's rainy all the time. It's not as hot as here.
Oh,
It's really not.
really interesting. I didn't know
It's
that.
like significantly cooler than here.
Yeah, I would think that it would be just as hot, if not more.
It's about a 5 to 8 degree on average differential.
Okay.
But the real difference is because Panama is such a tiny little isthmus, we're constantly getting this wonderful ocean breeze.
Very nice.
So that really makes
Yeah,
things nice.
I think the hottest place in the U.S. this time of year is Houston. I thought Orlando was hot. Central
Houston
Florida,
is hot too.
Houston is brutal.
It's like a bowl that collects all the. It's
It
just
really
hot.
does.
It's hot.
It really does.
All right, so let's talk about why we are here. So, what are your goals for the conference when you come to a conference like this?
This is probably, I think, my 8th or 9th year coming to WCI, and really it's a good opportunity to connect and or reconnect with others and really network at the end of the day. So for us, that's really our goal. At IOH, we have a presentation this afternoon, so I'm going to sit in, see Dr. Smith, our Chief Medical Officer, but then also sit in a couple other presentations that are of interest to us.
Right, and I'll be there too. And we've got Chief Piccone from City of San Diego, recently retired, and then we've got Jeff Bickler, Florida attorney. So looking forward to that session.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so let's talk to folks about your role at IOH. So we've already talked about IOH today, Institutes of Health. We're based in San Diego. What is your role?
Yeah, so thanks. I'm Chief Operating Officer, so I am responsible and accountable for everything logistics in the organization.
And that's a lot.
It's quite a bit, but ensuring that really our patients have the best experience possible, that we stay connected with our internal stakeholders, and ensure that we get to that great, reliable outcome. We're also there to support our phenomenal providers and be able to provide the treatment that's really necessary to progress these cases that honestly are on delayed recovery. They're the 20% of the 100% that are challenging, but really get them back to MMI and back to, resuming regular life.
Very nice. And we've had some interesting new things happening at IOH. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, we recently opened our Anaheim facility. Beautiful, state-of-the-art, 17,000 square foot facility, basically right on the back porch of Angel Stadium.
Right.
Really interesting. We've already started to see patients and anticipate it's going to be a much busier clinic than our San Diego clinic, but really helps to kind of fill in a couple of critical gaps for us in Southern California.
Right. So, anybody that talks to me, I'm always like, talking about the basics of what IOH does, but, we specialize in complex cases, PTSD, brain injury, severe chronic pain, CRPS. So why is it important for folks to know about companies like what we do? Why do people need to know about us?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think a lot of times in workers' comp, the patient doesn't necessarily get lost, but really once a patient hasn't returned to work after 3-4 months of being on modified duty or limited duty or off work, they get caught up at this cycle, this vortex. And for us, we really bring together a multidisciplinary approach, both unimodally, which most people understand as biomedical,
right,
or from a program standpoint, which is true multidisciplinary in a biopsychosocial fashion to address all of the variables that are limiting someone's ability to return to work.
Right.
And so we may, through our unimodal services, help them overcome a lot of the barriers that prevented them from returning to work, whether it may be pain, functional loss, anxiety, depression, that are emanating from the work-related injury, or an approach that really addresses a lot of different variables from brain injury, traumatic head injury, chronic pain, complex pain, or even PTS, but really understand that and help bring them back to work in a way that's really coordinated and collaborative.
Awesome. Love that. So what is on the horizon at IOH? I know there's other stuff coming.
We're about to launch our Trauma and Detox Recovery Center. That'll be the end of September at our Riverside facility, and we expect that to grow. And then early next year, we're going to be opening a facility in Burbank, Los Angeles, California.
How exciting.
Absolutely.
Exciting times.
Yeah, very busy.
Yeah. What else? Ralph, you got any questions?
I'm loving it. Incredible energy. You can see it. You can feel it, right? Really, really exciting. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks.
And so I don't want to miss. So your background and how you come to the industry, you've got a very unique perspective. So
I do.
What is that?
So I formally trained as a physical therapist. I've been in a lot of different settings. And then got into workers' comp with U.S. HealthWorks.
Right.
Started on the East Coast, actually right here, probably about 15 miles away.
Yeah.
At our Orlando South Clinic,
Wow.
First PT. Pretty quickly rose through the ranks, started overseeing the East Division, but then took on the helm nationally to oversee our therapy services at U.S. HealthWorks, which at that time we operated 220 locations before it was acquired by Concentric.
Wow.
So really, and so it's been a rocket ship ride, and bringing what we learned as far as best practice forward to the organizations we've been a part of. It's the same thing we're doing here at IOH.
What a fantastic!
I love that.
I don't think I knew the details.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool. So,
goodness.
folks, I'm going to do it. Another chance to talk about my daughter. So I've told you before. So my daughter graduated in May. Yesterday was her first day in a paid residency.
Excellent.
At Tampa General
Proud mama
Hospital.
moment.
Wow. That's
So,
unheard of.
I'm really excited. And so I was at a lunch yesterday that Tampa General Hospital throws every year. For years, they've invited me. And for some reason, I always have a conflict and can't make it.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a point to go this year. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but really awesome day because I was in their lunch for the first time and my daughter was doing orientation for the first time. So
How awesome.
pretty cool.
Congratulations to her.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited for her. So now, I've told you, I secretly wish for her to find her way into the comp space.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun, pretty interesting. What I loved about it is you have a beginning and end.
Yeah.
And it really is more forensic in nature that you're trying to get to the root cause and work collaboratively with the medical team.
I love that.
And then I know she belongs in the space because she has that kind of brain, and she really likes her residency is an acute care residency. She loves the complex cases. So I'm like, girl, you're meant for this industry.
Yeah,
So.
I remember my acute rotation. It was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
really interesting. I was at Halifax Medical Center during
Wow.
Bike Week. So
Wow.
we saw a lot of
Wow.
head trauma. We saw a lot of musculoskeletal
Yeah.
injuries.
Wow.
It was quite an interesting time.
Very good. So what else? If people that are watching don't remember one thing, what's the one thing they like you to remember about that you would like them to remember about our conversation today?
Yeah, I think taking away from it, just because a patient or an injured worker may not be able to return to work, more often than not, it's the circumstances that are that have created that environment. So I think making sure that patients are given that opportunity to really understand the root cause of what's driving their inability to return to work or function is going to be key, and not looking at them as just a number. They're individuals, they have families, they're part of a large support system. So I think that's really important to remember.
Awesome. Well, man, I'm so happy that you are here. I'm happy that you're at the helm. You are a rock, and I know that you're doing a lot. You're super busy. We're happy to have you steering the ship at IOH, and I'm just so excited about our future.
Me too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. So good to see you, Scott.
Good to see you too.
All right.
See you.
That is a wrap. We're going to do a selfie.